Alright, in this video I will be installing a AirCube in an RV that is getting used as a office. I will have to use, well, I don't have to, but I'm going to use the method of running the Ethernet wire and let it feed the data and the power to the AirCube from the EdgeRouter X from outside that feeds the tower. Alright, I'm going to run the wire right down with the power wire since it goes right under the RV that I'm actually going to be feeding. Then it runs right under, comes around the drain, comes up, goes right in that little section right there that's got a little hole about the size of number 1-inch square roughly. Stuck it right in there. I'm going to put the AirCube right in there, but now I got to put the end on this wire and get it connected to the EdgeRouter X in here, and then I got to make the end up on there. Two ends on it, one for the data and one for the power. Then I'll log into the EdgeRouter X since it's going to be on port, the last port, which sends out PoE, and it will turn on the AirCube. So let's see if we can get this done and get it done before she gets here. We got about 30 minutes before she gets off work, and it's about 10-minute drive, so we got about 30-40 minutes. All right, we got the end on here. Now we got to open up the box, get the wire in. Let's see what we could do here. Things are going to fall out here because it's cram packed, and this is where I'm going to be putting the EdgeRouter X SFP router because it's just so much in here. We have the EdgeRouter X sitting right here. We got the PoE for the nano switch up there, which that's going to be the power supply for the PoE for it here. It's going to be eliminated, and the power supply here, which is the one that feeds the EdgeRouter X, is going to be eliminated, and also the fiber inverter converter from fiber to Ethernet is going to be eliminated because we're going to have EdgeRouter X SFP in here, which gives out PoE, so we won't need this device up here, and we won't need the media converter because the EdgeRouter SFP would do that as well. So it's going to be basically, and also we won't have to have this three-way in here, nor the power supply here for the converter, media converter. So we're going to have a power supply here and the EdgeRouter X SFP in here to eliminate a lot of stuff. And I'll get that as soon as I get time long enough, because I'm going to have to shut it all down and get the wire, two wires from up there from the APs down to here. One of them I think might be long enough. The other one I probably have to replace, but let's get this wire in here and get it into the ETH4, the PoE out, and then go inside and get the AirCube all connected. All right, got the wire coming right up in there. As you can see, there's daylight coming right through there. Instead of taking the slide out and sliding it in, well, yeah, I can't get behind it really. Let's see, I want something to hold this wire because there's nothing really holding the wire. It's just loose. Let's see if I can get it to hold up. All right, I was able to get it behind the rubber seal just a little bit, up about a good 10 inches. And it's holding it pretty good in there. That way I can actually take it, come right around here and sit the router right here, or sit it up here somewhere. sit it up there. They got books and all that, so don't need power. So I'll probably just curl it up. Maybe sit it in this corner. Sits possibly get it to sit right there. I don't think that's going to hurt anything sitting down there. Sit it like that. I mean, it's going to hit. Probably be best just to kind of right around here like that, out of the way, and bring this wire back down this way. Stick it under here like that. Yeah, that'll work. So let's get these ends on it and get it plugged in, turn it on, and program it. All right, we got this here wired up for the data, which is the first 3, skip 2, then 1, and then you got 7 and 8. 4, 5, 7, 8 is the PoE, so we can go ahead and crimp this one. All right, now we do have a clear connector on here for the data. We're going to use a dark one for the power, just to distinguish between the two. Instead of putting tags on, I'll use the color as a tag. All right, we got the data one done. Now we got the power, which will be the last 2, and then there's one missing, which will be number 6, and then number 4 and 5. As you can see, we got 1, 2, and 3 is not anything in. Then we got 4 and 5, skip 6, and got number 7 and 8. 4, 5, 7, 8 is the PoE. So now we can crimp this and plug it in, and you get the laptop, log into the Edge Router X, turn on the PoE on that port, and get it lit up and programmed. You can see the 4 that's missing, the first 3 and number 6. As you can see, that's what we have here. We got the first 3 right there. Skip 2, skip 2, and then 1, and then 2 more, 7 and 8. So let's crimp this, and let's turn it on and program it and get them some Wi-Fi. And then we're going to plug in the data one right here. Easier said and done when you don't have 2 hands, but we'll get it. All right. Plug it. That's the, there we go. We got the PoE feeding it, and we got the data going in. Now let's go get the laptop and see if we get this thing to light up. All right, now I got to log in. Let's see. Log in and tie to the Wi-Fi access point I got for the park. So give me access to the Edge Router X, which I think I got it auto connect. Yep. So I should be able to go to open this up. Log in. Go to the Edge Router X. Log into it. And turn that on, and that should turn on the, now let's see, this is a pop off. We'll go right here. We'll go and actually turn this on. And that should turn on the cube.
What's doing? Hi.
Getting you Wi-Fi. Is that okay?
Of course.
I bet it is.
I am so sorry. I was busy and I wanted to get out early. And I only just saw your text. I was like, oh no. Oh, it's getting a little heat going up in here.
We should bottled some of that up last week.
Yeah. I know, right? Mother Nature.
Alright, she's got her Wi-Fi. Now we're going to zip tie this next to the power cord down. And then a few across here. Get it underneath that board right there to kind of keep it together. So let's get this and get out of here. Alright, we got the cord going down. That way the power cord holds it in and holds it in place. Goes down the tree. And we're going to see if we can get them little wire molds like they put in the offices when they have cords going across. It's like a little miniature speed bump light thing. I don't know what they're called, but we're going to see if we can get one that will go across here and maybe attach it with some kind of anchors like they do the vapor barrier underneath the house, like Tiger Tooth, the U shape, and just stick it down and hold it on each end. See how long this is that we're going to need roughly. If we can get a 6-footer, that'd be more than enough to go across there, because nobody's going to be walking really here because they're going to see that. So this area here, so 6 feet would be more than enough to get it from there and past the water meter or shut off valve, just to protect it from anybody walking here through night and get their toe go actually under it and get tripped. So we're going to look at that and see what we can do with it. They got internet. Now we still got to come and change out all this stuff in here to make more room. Just put that one device in there that does it all. I was going to do that at first, but they didn't have that device actually available online from Ubiquiti, so I had to do something else. But yeah, we got to get the wires from the AP way up there and the other AP, do away with the nano switch here and bring both of them wires down and plug them in here and turn them on. But she's got internet. Now I'm going to get to the studio and edit this video and get me some coffee. Alright, got that one done. That is the first time I ever actually used that method to feed a AirCube from where it's actually getting its data as well. I knew it would work. It just, I never came across a situation where it would actually be feasible to use and be very convenient. But in this case, it was ideal to use it that way, instead of using the power actually in the RV, finding an outlet and all that. Don't have to use a PoE, don't have to use a USB cord and stuff like that and plug into it, because them AirCubes do not come with a power supply. So it's not like I have one that came with it. I would have to use PoE. So why not use PoE in the Edge Router X on port number ETH4 that I'm not using, and just feed the AirCube that way. Now it's time to get out of here, get back to the studio, edit this video, get some coffee. Grandkids are there, so spend some time with them, figure out what we're going to have for dinner, watch some movies on TV, whatever it takes just to sit back and relax. And I got to come back sometime and take all that equipment out and put the Edge Router X SFP in the box. Don't know if I do that this week or not. I mean, it's actually up and running. I want to do it to the point where hardly anybody on it, and I found usually that's about middle of the week and if the weatherman stays to his word as what he says the weather's going to be next week, it'd be ideal because it'd be back in the 60s. But I'll play it by ear on that one, of how many people's actually on it, what the weather is, because I got to do it to the point where maybe put up a temporary AP, but I would have to get it up so high. So I'll probably just figure out a way so I can change it out real quick and just plug it back in. I just got to be sure the cord is long enough from the AP, it would get down to the box. If not, I'm going to have to drop that pole down in the brackets, mount brackets, and put another wire on it. And I got to order another 1,000 feet of Ethernet wire, because that box has the writing on the wire, tell you how many feet you got left, and it was saying something like 150, 160 feet left. That's before I pulled out what I just used. So I'm going to go ahead and order another box of wire and get ready to get that installed. Plus I have another client in that same RV park that wants to get connected, and I probably will do that one tomorrow. That's just a matter of getting the equipment, program it, put up a pole. I've already got his account set up, so program the equipment, activate his account, drop the equipment into his account, and he's ready to go. Try to get that one up and running tomorrow, and also bury a cable in another RV park. They want faster speed, but since the CPE is actually pointing to the back of the AP, you're not going to get that speed. It's not really good to point on the back of a AP anyway, but at the spur of the moment, that's all I had right then. So now I'm going to see if I can go tomorrow and get that wire ran. It's only like about 50 feet from, matter of fact, I'd be doing the exact same thing that I just did. Run it from my box that has the Edge Router X in it and feed an AirCube. Now in this case, I'm not going to feed the AirCube with the PoE of the Edge Router X, because it's already feeding I do believe I got it feeding the AP there. So I'm just going to send over the data, get a PoE, put it in the box, and feed the AirCube from there. Since it's already got a box, it just needs the power supply. And I do believe I got a extra PoE. I think I got one that's 7.2 watts, and these radio routers don't take but 5 watts max, so it will work. See if I can get that done tomorrow. But right now I'm going back to the studio and get me some coffee and spend time with the grandkids. Thank you for watching. Be sure you hit that like button, and be sure you hit that subscribe button down there below, so you'll be notified to when I put up more videos.